Back in 2011, Newt Gingrich made headlines when he said that the Palestinians were an invented people.
I remember there was no Palestine as a state. It was part of the Ottoman Empire. And I think that we've had an invented Palestinian people who are in fact Arabs.
Hi, I'm Ron Cantor from Tiferet Yeshua Congregation right here in Tel Aviv, Israel. At the end of this short video, I'm going to tell you how you can get my ebook free. Speaker Gingrich was condemned for those comments, as they were perceived as mean-spirited, but as Ben Shapiro likes to say, facts don't care about your feelings. So what are the facts? Let's go back to November 29th, 1947. The United Nations approves what was called the Plan of Partition. In 1917, just after World War II, Great Britain, which now controlled historic Palestine, an area that comprised all of modern-day Israel and Jordan, released the Balfour Declaration, which promised to create a Jewish homeland in the region, recognizing that this was the ancient birthplace of the Jewish people. In 1922, Great Britain stabbed the Jewish people in the back and gave 80% of that land to the Arabs, creating the brand new nation of Jordan, adding to the plethora of Arab states that already existed. Okay, back to 1947. The UN agrees to take the remaining 20% of Palestine recently relinquished to the UN by Great Britain and partition this land into two more nations. One for a Jewish state, yay, and one for another Arab state. So 90% of the land that was promised to the Jewish people would now have two brand new Arab states. It's key to understand that never did anyone use the term Palestinian state to refer to the proposed new Arab country. That is because there was no such thing as a Palestinian national identity. Gingrich was absolutely correct. There had never been a Palestinian nation, nor was there any distinct Palestinian Arab culture. The only difference between the Arabs living in Jordan and the Arabs living in what would be the new Arab state was that one group lived on the west side of the Jordan River and the other on the east. Ethnically, they are the same people. Furthermore, at the time of the passing of the partition plan, do you know what the name of the Jewish-owned newspaper was? The paper that would one day be called the Jerusalem Post? It was called the Palestine Post. Now, why in the world would a Jewish-owned newspaper take on an Arab ethnic name? Well, the answer is they would not. At the time, the word Palestine or Palestinian had zero connection to any ethnic people. It was simply the nickname of the region, and this nickname was given 100 years after the time of Jesus, a long time ago, when the Romans conquered Judea and sought to cleanse the land of its Jewishness. They expelled the Jewish population and changed the name from Judea to Philistia, or Palestine, after the ancient Philistines. Okay, getting back to partition. The Jews agreed to it, but the Arabs rejected it. We could have peace today if the Arabs would have been happy with 90% of historic Palestine, leaving the Jews with just 10% of the Promised Land. So when did the Arabs who lived on the west side of the Jordan begin to call themselves Palestinians? I will tell you in part 2. I hope this video has been a blessing to you. To get my free ebook, The 15 Most Important Facts About the Israeli-Palestinian Conflict, just go to roncan.net/15facts and make sure that the F is capitalized. This video has been brought to you by our congregation, Tiferet Yeshua. For more information, please go to reachtelaviv.org. And while you're there, please make a donation so we can continue to reach Tel Aviv with the good news of Yeshua the Messiah. Now, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you here next week.